Visa TV presents in 3, 2, 1. Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
All this week on Dateline Schools is visiting Port Huron Area School District and learning about the district as they're working to cast a new vision for the students and the community here through Port Huron Area Schools. To tell us all about it, my special guest is Vision Committee member David Haynes, as well as Superintendent Ron Wollen. And Ron, to your knowledge, this is the first time that you've engaged the community in this way to try to cast a vision for the district that you can remember?
As far as I can remember, because we had some discussions about that, and we said, why not go to the community? Because they support the school district, and in terms of that partnership, if we're ever going to make anything happen, it's got to be collaboratively working together. And so that's why we got the community involved.
And my guess, too, you're looking at the importance, too, because when we educate these kids, we only get one shot at that.
Absolutely, and that's a good point, Terry, because when you look at a first grader, or if it's a fifth grader, whatever the case may be, they have one time to be a first grader. We have careers. It's got to move faster. And as I mentioned earlier, the traditional way of education is gone. And we have to provide opportunities for kids to be very successful. And I truly feel for the very first time when you look at business and the city and education, we're all coming together as one. And I think things are going to take place this time.
And Dave, my guess is this whole process evolves and we get to a final vision that the district is trying to cast. That's really going to change your role in the community, isn't it? And what you're doing to attract business and other entities here to Port Huron and St. Clair County.
Well, it's going to be very helpful for the kids going forward that they understand that there are career paths out there. At this time, I know for myself, I was scrambling to figure out what am I going to do once I'm done with my education. Well, this will start to give them a vision and a direction of what they possibly can do. And with the school system and our business partners and other groups coming together, we can work to actually help the students see that vision and actually start to take the steps necessary in order to, by graduation, see where a career can be. And the hope is that we can then plug them in within the community to a job. And working with ones in industry, maybe internships or mentorships to plug them back in.
That's really a paradigm shift for our community, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We've always kind of worked basically looking and hoping that we end up with the right people. This will allow us to cultivate and bring them in.
Ron, I know you're just getting the process going. How can the community keep up to date on what's happening and where you're heading with this?
We're going to have all kinds of information continuously going out in terms of our websites, and we're going to have a link where you continue to take suggestions. And so that's something, if anybody comes up with an idea, let us know.
And your website is?
PortHuron.us.
For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington. Dateline Schools is a production of St. Clair County RESA.